introduce yourself and for the people who may not know who you are.
Yeah, my name is Tarik, Tarik. People say Tarik, Tarik, like all type of stuff. It's like I don't know if we got different hearing wavelengths or something, but like it's Tarik. It's a short A in it, and it's not frustrating, but it's get to a point when I'm like,
It's
yeah, you got
unique,
it.
and
Yeah,
everybody,
yeah, basically that.
different.
Yeah,
It's unique, so.
and so it's like man, am I speaking too fast or something? You know what I'm saying? But it's unique. That's why it's my artist name. You know what I'm saying? And I put a period at the end of it because it's kind of like a statement name
Right,
type
yeah.
thing.
Nah, that's dope. That gives it more character and
Exactly.
texture. So
Exactly. So you understand it. You understand it.
yeah.
You understand it.
And then my name is kind of,
Yeah.
so I get it. I get
Nah, I
it.
feel
I
that.
definitely get it. So where are you from, and what shaped your mentality?
I'm from the west side of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on Jackson and Lotus. You know what I'm saying? And if you know that area, it's like right by Columbus Park. You know what I'm saying? And what kind of shaped my mentality is type of stuff I seen growing up, you know, and the type of stuff I done been through. And it kind of, it has negatives, but it also has positives getting older as far as being more aware of certain things people wouldn't be aware of, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I ain't gonna lie, but me personally, me as a person, I don't know how, but I take a lot of things like deeply. And so all the stuff that I seen kind of stuck with me. All the stuff I seen kind of stuck with me deeply, and it's like it bothers me a lot. You know what I'm saying? And so I ain't really know how to deal with it.
Okay.
And so I'm thinking like, okay, I do music. I do music now because it's kind of like an outlet to be more self-aware of what I'm really dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like I when I do music and I listen back to it, I don't know if it's weird, but when I listen back to it, and it's like, dang, I really said that, but like I understand it, and it has me looking
Like,
at myself.
okay.
Yes, and
It's like an outlet for you. Is
They-
that a coping mechanism? Because you said like a lot of the energy of the things you sing is stick with you, so it's kind of a heavy energy on you, and you feel like you need to release it, and music help you release it in a healthy way.
Exactly.
Okay.
And some people, the way I release, the way I deliver my music, some people would think, oh, he's just a regular like street dude talking tough, but like that's because y'all go off the tone of what I'm saying. But really, if you listen to the words I'm saying, you will see that I'm really talking about real life stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I come to music, I want to be as authentic as possible.
Yeah.
I don't want, like, anything I rap about is something I done experienced, I've been through, I seen. You know what I'm saying? Anything else is anything. I'm not with all that other like making stuff up because I want to listen back to it and feel every single thing I say.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Okay. So what message do you want to give the people? I mean, is it a two-way street? Because you say it's like a way to vent for you.
Mm-hmm.
But when people like the audience, they it's relatable music. You see in real life things.
Mm-hmm.
So is your music like just kind of like giving a visual art of when people listen to your music, they can see it in their heads like how we do any music. But is it like kind of like expressing it in a artistic form, like the pain, the tragedies, and all the things? When people see it, when people hear it, what feeling do you want them to feel? Is it a way to connect with people, or?
so basically, my objective of it is it's kind of like I want you when you listen to it, I want you to be like, dang, like if you ain't been through it before, I want you to still feel it and be like, dang, like I get where he's coming from. But the people that's around me that seeing the stuff that I've been through, I want them to hear it too and be like, oh yeah, I remember that, or dang, I remember this. You know what I'm saying? I want it has to be relatable in some way, and I know it will be because what I've been through is not unique to me. And so anybody else that has been through what I'm talking about, they gonna relate to it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because in one song I said, like, it's like, one song I said, my girl don't feel like mine. You know what I'm saying? She gone all day. She mad when she get back. You know what I'm saying? Some people will relate to that. You know what I'm saying?
You say your girl don't feel like yours.
Yeah.
She gone all day, and when she get back. Okay,
Yeah.
So when you say she don't feel like yours, is it a disconnect when she's not there?
It's basically a disconnect when she's not there and when she's back. So basically, like, it's things like, dang, the bare minimum stuff, but like, dang, you check in sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But when you
Okay.
back, then it's like, dang, you mad at me. So it's kind of like, dang, like, what's going on? Like,
Oh, you gone all day.
No, she's going all day.
Okay.
And expects warm energy, though I
Right,
don't
because
get it.
you feel like she ain't checked in, she ain't
Exactly.
did what she's supposed to do.
And,
So, I
yeah.
mean, is the then that mean the communication is lacking in the relationship. So that's why it will feel like your girl is not your girl.
That
If
is
y'all
true.
don't have that mental and emotional bond, is it just physical? Like, is it like it's I would take that as a superficial relationship where y'all see each other, y'all like how each other look, but y'all can't relate to each other. Y'all don't connect or have a real strong bond for real.
And you made a good point, but it's also specific situations where other people play a factor in it as far as parents that tries to control everything. And so a person isn't able to talk to you all day, but even like it's 24 hours in a day, you could do a 2-second checkup.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like you ain't even managing to do that. And it's hard to kind of depend on you to depend on myself to come to you whenever I feel like I'm going through something, because when I do come to you, you're not there for real until after the fact. And so I understand the situation, but sometimes when I can't change the situation, I got to change myself. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, like, you know, change hurt a lot of people, but if you can't change, and I understand it, I'm an understanding person. But I got to change it myself sometimes, too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, relationships in any form definitely teaches us, and that's the point of life, is growth. So pain and all that is growth. So even with that being said, what's your view on love?
My view on love, I don't want to say it's unrealistic, but my view on love is like, well, not unrealistic within this generation or whatever, but I feel like I'm an unconditional person, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can be conditional to a point where if you feel like you're getting hurt or something, whatever, like, okay, that's the point where you draw a line. But I expect if I'm giving, I expect to get what I receive.
Okay.
I mean, I expect to receive what I give out.
Yeah.
And so if I'm giving you all this, if I'm giving you all this, it's like, man, like you can't barely give me the bare minimum back. And it's kind of like, dang. And especially like lately, I kind of been having more problems with my anxiety, and I've been having more panic attacks lately. And I ain't gonna lie, like she's the type of person I look to for comfort sometimes. And when she not there, in the times I need her,
Right.
especially when I was there for the times when she needed me, it's kind of like, dang, I don't really feel like it's mutual. So it's kind of like it bothers me a lot. You know what I'm saying? Especially being lately, my anxiety attacks coming up more, and it's kind of making me more emotional. You know what I'm saying? And so that's just how life goes, though. So here's what it is.
With that, you say so that void, you feel like it's a void then.
Basically,
it's an emptiness with where it's supposed to be a fullness and a togetherness in your relationship. Yeah. So how does that affect does that affect your music greatly as well? How you say they might say you a little bit rowdy or aggressive. Like, do you feel like that piece is what adds to your aggression when you are? Because let me ask you this: if it was vice versa, where you felt more whole and more connected, and that void was filled in the relationship, do you feel like your music will still deliver the same way?
Yes, because as we were more on the same page as far as being able to see each other every day, being able to communicate a lot more, I got this one song called No Limit. Mm-hmm. Basically, our story timeline of us. It's basically like a confession of my love to her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was on the phone with her one time, and she didn't know I was recording, but I told her to tell me she loved me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Got it you know what I'm saying? It was an organic thing. But then, to the point where we started being more distant, I had another song. It's you heard of Amy Winehouse?
Yeah.
I had a song on her beat, and I had a part where I was like, I believe in love. I'm probably reading fiction. Honestly, I got a lot of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like it's definitely, my mind state is definitely gonna be related to my music.
So, okay, you said you had one song kind of confessing your love for her, and I will assume that's more like softer, or more of a
Singing.
it's not so aggressive, or even with the passion is more smooth, right?
Yes, you
And then,
can feel it. Yes.
okay, so with the song that you said was when it was the opposite, where you kind of felt the distance, was it more aggression and
Yeah.
rage in
Yes.
that music? Okay, so
Yes.
your music is definitely going off of your energy and your feelings at the time. If you in a more calm state, it's more like, okay, it's giving 90s R&B. And then
Yes.
if you a little bit, you not in the best state, it's giving like gangster.
Either
like,
I'm gonna
what's
be
up?
dancing in the rain with roses for you, or I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying, telling you to get out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
In a very, like, will we say violent type of way, or want to be violent but restrictive? Like,
It's more like a get out, but I don't want you to get out.
okay, so
You know what
it's
I'm
more
saying? 'Cause I
like
know
I'm
you can
telling you to
change.
leave, but I really don't want you to leave.
Yeah.
But you hurting me, so it's
Yeah.
like it's a battle of emotions.
Basically, yeah. Cause when I love somebody, I go far with it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Especially with family too. And so when I feel like something that'll seem small to somebody, like a family will do something that you'll see as like against you,
Okay.
I kind of tend to take it more personal because it's like it wouldn't cross my mind to do anything
you
like
like
that
that?
to
Okay.
somebody I love. And so, you know,
So you real big on loyalty.
yes. That's crazy because in my most recent song, I got real personal in this song. It's called Breathe. And that's crazy because I made that song right before I had my first panic attack.
Okay.
It's called Breathe. And I ain't gonna lie, some lyrics I said, so full of loyalty, I have to learn to save myself. Because it's like, yeah, you could feel like you want to do whatever for somebody, but at some point you got to do something for you because it's going to hurt you.
Yeah.
Your body going to tell you one way or another. And so
Yeah.
you going to let it, what you going to do? You going to sit and cry about it, or you going to do something about it, you know?
Yeah, that's a very interesting point you just made, because we think loyalty is what we can do and sacrifice for everybody else, but we don't realize a lot of times we saying yes to everybody but no to ourselves.
Yes.
And that's disloyal to yourself. And the first
Exactly.
person you need to be loyal to is to yourself.
Exactly.
And I think that's one of the big takeaways from loyalty. We always think externally and don't understand that it's like self-love. It's
Exactly.
it's first you and what you
Yes.
need, and then what you can give. So that's a learning lesson. And
Definitely.
it'll help those emotions be more intact, because then you realize who you need to get everything from, and that's from you first. God, God is love. You are God. God is within you as well. So it's all
Exactly, yes.
connected.
Yes.
Everything else is pretty much secondary. So that's where your really real power is within first,
Yeah.
and we just connect with people accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your view on compatibility? Do you think that's a huge factor in relationships, or do you think anything can work if both parties want it to work, and compatibility is just like a myth?
I feel like it's not a myth, because if two people want things to work, it will, because all it takes is unlearning and learning and willingness. That's all it takes. You got to have that. You want to have your goal in your mind. You want to put your emotions behind it. If somebody want to give up along the way, that's on them. That's them becoming incompatible. As long as y'all two on the same page mentally, y'all are compatible.
Okay.
And anything else after that, it's up to y'all two, because if it wants us to work, if it's supposed to work,
It will.
yes.
Okay, so do you believe in soulmates?
I kind of do, yeah.
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 So if that's the case, you believe in soulmates, then compatibility will be a huge factor.
Yeah.
Because then some people believe if you want something to work, it can work. But if two people aren't soulmates, then they technically wouldn't be the most compatible. They can have compatibility in areas, but the most compatible will be slim, versus your soulmate will be obviously 100% compatible.
I think of soulmate as two people. These are two people at a distance. The soulmate happens when y'all get on the same page, and that's when y'all become the bond.
Okay.
That's how I look at it.
So you don't think it's already pre-written, predestined.
No.
You think anybody basically can be your soulmate.
Yes.
Okay, so from that point of view.
And you limit yourself thinking like that, feeling like,
it's one person.
yes,
It's
because
one divine person.
Because once you in that tunnel vision, you miss everything that's on the outside of you.
Okay.
That's how I look at it.
So do you look at everything like that?
I look at everything with. I look.
Tunnel vision. You say if you focus on one thing, you limit yourself. So even when it comes to goals and music, it's like, is it a tunnel vision, or is the way that you look all around and you kind of like implement things from everywhere?
I look all around because one little line in your song could really change somebody's view on how they look at something. That it could, one thing like that. And so why compact it? Why what it say? Be fruitful and multiply. So you don't want a tunnel vision. You want to create and spread. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's how I look at it.
That's interesting. That's an interesting take, because most people believe that if you want to, you got to have your eye on the prize. So that's tunnel vision. That's focus on that thing and how to get it that way. But you believe it's many different ways to get to the prize.
Yes.
Okay, that's very, especially that's artists. That's like how an artist would think. Like, being very creative, and you get different, you know, ideas and different energies from different places. So that's. I'm tunnel vision, so it's interesting to hear you say it, like you can still have your eye on the prize, but you have to be open and be able to take in different ideas in different areas. Okay.
That's how I look at manifestation.
Okay.
You can have your goals in the end. You can have your actions behind it, but it's just like the manifestation part is, as long as you're able to reach that part. Like my brother told me, wherever your mind is where you're going to be headed in. You know what I'm saying? Everything is energy. And so once you put that all together, like you can tunnel vision your energy, but you can also have a wider perspective.
Yeah.
You can tunnel vision energy, but have your perspective at a wide lens because you don't want to miss out on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I take it.
Okay. So with that manifestation and all and love, do you have a certain goal that you feel like you want to reach with your music? Because you say it's a venting thing for you. So what is your goal as you start in your path, and where do you see yourself with music and your message?
The crazy thing is, like, with music, I kind of wanted to start off without showing me because I wanted to be out there, but I didn't want to be out there. Cause it's like, cause I didn't want to be famous. Yeah, because I seen what people deal with. I seen what people deal with as far as being. So it's like I don't want that. Like I kind of like my privacy, but it's like it seems like today, but you got to be in front of a camera. You know what I'm saying? If people want to face behind an artist, and so it's kind of like okay, like I understand, and I'm able to adapt. Basically, I'm against tunnel vision in the aspect of perspective, but energy, you could definitely direct energy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So, with your music being one of your biggest outlets and everything, within your own life, what is a cycle that you feel like you had to break within your life?
Man, that's crazy because that's all I talk about in my music is cycles. Because on my EP that's coming out, it's called Note to Self, which shows it's personal. I got a song called Cycles and Seasons because cycles come like seasons do. They come and go. But when I had to break is realizing that certain labels people have in your life doesn't mean you can allow certain stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but I ain't gonna, like, but anyway, yeah. That's
Just
I have to break
a title don't entitle you to
exactly. Title doesn't mean entitlement.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay. So how do you set boundaries without feeling guilty?
I look at it as in like, if I'm calm about it as I'm speaking on it, if I'm not in a real tense state speaking on it, if I'm not speaking emotionally on it, then I know I'm not really I'm not in the wrong of trying to protect myself. You know what I'm saying? Because if I feel guilty, I always try to make sure if I feel guilty, I always try to make sure I take accountability for it, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like I started to realize that as I got older, like, of course everybody does when they get older, but I realized that a lot, and it's kind of helping me now, you know?
Yeah. I think everybody, no matter the age, young, middle age, older, setting boundaries is something that most people struggle with at all ages of life. And I think that's one of the biggest things, especially kids need to learn
Yes.
about, like, setting boundaries, because people would cross them, or you will feel like you have to give people something because of who they are in your life.
Yes.
And
Yes.
even me at my age, I'm finally feeling free from hurting people's feelings. Like,
Yes.
if I say something and I feel like it's disrespecting me, but you want to do it because it's benefiting you, then I don't feel bad telling you no. Like,
Exactly.
oh, why you that was rude. Why you say no? It's not rude. You just didn't like it, so you want to try to gaslight me to make
Exactly.
it like I'm being rude because you don't like me telling you no. No, and I don't feel guilty that you don't like it.
And if you cared about me for real, you'll understand where I'm coming from.
You wouldn't even try to gaslight
Exactly,
me. You would
like,
actually
yes.
understand, like, okay, it's late. I need to go to sleep. You want to be up talking.
Exactly,
That's not
yes.
beneficial to me. So
Yes.
if you was considerate and you cared about me, then you wouldn't be trying to make me stay up for your benefit.
Exactly.
You know, so
You understand it.
setting boundaries is so important, and it's key to self-love and
Yes.
peace. We all need that.
Definitely need that.
And love comes with respect. So people that love you will respect your boundaries.
Exactly, yes.
Like,
Yes.
100%.
Man.
So with how you move in day to day, you say you learn the lessons, you say you take on energy, so you would definitely consider yourself an empath.
Yeah, it was this one moment because as I've been dealing with a lot, I kind of been going to a preserve, and I was at the preserve this one time, and as I'm like, grounding myself, I look up and see somebody just like slouching over a like railing, and I look, and as soon as I saw him, I saw the look on his face, my mood instantly dropped, and I wanted to go over like asking
Like maybe he needs somebody to talk to.
but then I had to talk to myself like, wait, I'm not good either though. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to kind of get away from that area. I was kind of conflicted because it was like, I see you, but it's like, dang, like I feel the type of way too. You know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of, I do have a problem with overextending myself sometimes. And I'm starting to get, again, through my music, you're going to hear that I've been way more aware with what I have been going on. You know what I'm saying?
And how to handle it, how to
Yeah,
just
exactly.
set boundaries to keep you sane, because we can feel very overwhelmed from everybody else's emotions and their problems.
Yes.
And not letting people trauma dump on you.
Yes. Yes, definitely that. I ain't gonna say no names, but I do have a friend relationship like that where that person tells me everything and I help them come up with solutions. But when it's my turn, I'm kind of brushed off and it's directed back to them. And lately, I've been more stingy with that type of energy. It's like, okay, now it's like I'm not entertaining that no more. It's not. Once you stop entertaining one thing, it's going to lead to stop entertaining other things. And it's kind of like, yeah, some people will see it as, oh, you bogus, you cold, whatever. But, like, I'll be way too understanding. And I know if it get to a point where my emotions is affecting me physically, I got to do something. You know what I'm saying? And them anxiety attacks is forcing me to, because those is not a good feeling. I ain't gonna lie, and it's just like, I ain't gonna lie, it's not a good feeling. And like, that's forcing me to cut off a lot more, because for some reason I've been real sensitive and I've been more expressive lately, but I guess it's because my anxiety is kind of telling me what's going on, and I have to let everything be known, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like I get how y'all would feel. I get, you used to me extending my hand out, pulling y'all up, and then after you thinking I'm cool, even though I present to you what I got going on, you thinking, oh, like, he always helping me, he can help himself. But it's kind of like, dang, where's the reciprocation? You know what I'm saying? Where's the reciprocation? Like, everything a two-way street.
Yeah. I mean, you in a good point in life, because you really seeing things for what it is. You seeing beyond the veil. And a lot of people are, once you outgrow a version of yourself that benefits them, then they will feel betrayed, because you putting yourself first, whereas you was always extending yourself for them. They were comfortable with that. A lot of times people, it's not on purpose thing. Some people really are so depleted and they're not doing the self-healing that they are codependent and they always leeching and latching on to someone and they don't have nothing to give you because they need you to give, you know what I mean? So when it's time to do the reciprocation, they are always looking at you as the person that can help, you as the like, okay, problem solver. They're not the problem solver, you are. So if you got a problem, they don't know what to do because you are the person that they will go to get the problem solved from. So a lot of times when that's just awareness, self-awareness, but also awareness of the people around you, because then you realize how you start to look at how people operate. You look at where they're at mentally, and that's how you really... A lot of people, as they get older, they become much more distant and isolated from people because they realize, and that goes back to compatibility in my opinion. I'm big on that because I realize a lot of people mindsets isn't where mine is at. And I definitely can probably talk to you and help you, but when I need things, I see that you don't have the mental capacity or space that I need, so I don't even waste my energy. That energy is valuable, and that's something that you definitely can take forward, that how important it is to be loyal to yourself, love yourself, and then see who can connect with that, versus a lot of people is dating and connecting from an empty place, you know, from an unhealed place. So all they can do is take. They can't give. And you will feel that after you want to attach yourself to them and realize, like, wait, I'm depleted and I'm not being refilled from this person. So that's a very, very important thing to take note of with relationships and people.
And awareness is a double-edged sword, because once you're aware of a lie, you're gonna be aware of it, and it's like, dang, it's kind of disappointing.
I mean, once you can't go backwards, but it's all perception. Like, it's all in how you look at it as well. So I mean, it can feel very disappointing and sometimes even lonely. But when you find that a lot of things come from within, it feels comforting. Like, I find comfort in my own peace, honestly, a lot, because a lot of things is just, to me, not worth my energy, only because it will require so much of my energy for this person to feel entertained, or, you know, they don't know how to actually be in peace. They used to chaos, so peace feels like boredom to them, you know. So understanding that and where a lot of people are at mentally is a huge factor in life. Like, it'll save a lot of heartbreak.
You'll drive yourself crazy trying to understand people. That's a big thing.
And trying to be understood by people. So that is a huge lesson in life. Trying to be understood and validation from others, and always trying to be there for others and feel like, okay, because a lot of times people do that from a space of projection. I don't want to feel not seen, so I'm going to see them, but don't realize, and it's still a form of seeking validation, because you want to be the people pleaser. You want to be the person that someone feel like they have, because it can make you feel like you're doing something, and it can give you a sense of importance, you know, in a sense, but that's, you know, not good for the soul.
And it'll let you know. It'll let you know. Either through your thoughts, your dreams, or your physical. Commented, but my Note to Self EP, though, about my whole story. Not the whole story, just the beginning, for real. It's going to be on the 1st of November. And, that's basically about it.
Keep your head up, nigga. You know that shit will last forever. All these rainy days, you can always change the weather. Million girls in this world, you can always find another that'll give love to you. That is something like a